Welcome back. Today, after minor and cofactors, next topic in determinant is adjoint and inverse of a matrix. So, adjoint of a matrix may be defined as transport of its cofactor matrix. So in simple words, adjoint of a matrix of any order may be defined as transpose of its cofactor matrix. So let A is a matrix of n into n order. That means it is a sphere matrix, and its cofactor matrix be as A, I, J, and it is of same order. So adjoint A, if I have to write, this will equal to the cofactor of A, I, J, and its order will be same. So its transpose. Adjoint of square matrix is denoted by this symbol adjoint A. So this is the notation used for adjoint of a matrix. So let me take an example. Suppose I have matrix A whose elements are this is a 3 by 3 matrix I have taken, and there are 9 elements, and its cofactor matrix I can write in this way. This element is having cofactor A11 element is having cofactor A11. Similarly, this element is having this as cofactor. Then the third element, this as cofactor. Same way, so this is a cofactor matrix, and this is matrix. It is 3 by 3 order. It is also 3 by 3 order. So if I have to find the cofactor, this adjoint A. So adjoint A will be equal to transpose of this matrix. That is A11, A12, A13. Then A21, A22, A23. Likewise, the third row. So I can write adjoint equal to the transpose of this. So when we have to find the transpose, we change row into column. So I will apply here. This first row will be changed into first column. So I can write it as A11, A12, A13. So here I have changed first row into first column. Similarly, second row into second column, it can be written as A21, A22, A23, and third row into third column. So that means A31, A32, A33. So this is called as adjoint of A. So simply, adjoint of a square matrix means the transpose of its cofactor matrix. So next, before I start this exercise 4.5, so few results, they are important and they are to be first to be seen. So the first is number 1 result, or it is a theorem. Adjoint A into adjoint A, this is equal to adjoint A into A, this is further equal to determinant A into I, where I is unit matrix. I stand for unit matrix. And what is unit matrix? It is written as, it is 2 by 2 order unit matrix, and if I have to write unit matrix of order 3, so we write in this way. This is 3 by 3, and if I have to write unit matrix of only 1 by 1 order, so this is 1 by 1, this is 2 by 2, this is 3 by 3. So this I stand for the unit matrix. Now this is very important result, and this result will be helpful in solving questions in 4.5. So if I have to prove this is very simple to prove. Let me take matrix A. I can take matrix of any order, 2 by 2 or 3 by 3. So let me take this matrix of order 3. So these are elements of matrix A, which is square 1. Then I have to find its adjoint. For finding its adjoint cofactor matrix, I will have to take this is cofactor matrix of the matrix A. It is 3 by 3, order of 3 by 3, and again its cofactor adjoint. If I have to find, so I will take transpose of this. its transpose will equal to so that means adjoint is equal to this very matrix. Now I have to prove this result. So if I take this left hand side, that is A into adjoint A, and this will be equal to the elements of A I have written, this is the value of matrix A, then its adjoint. So adjoint I have written here, so I will write here adjoint elements so I have written the value of A matrix and its adjoint, that is this. So if I multiply these two matrices which are of the same order, so in matrix multiplication what we do, we multiply the elements of a row by column. So that means this product of these two matrices will be this A1, A11, then this by this. So this will be equal to the value which is the determinant, value of determinant. Then when I will multiply this with this column, so this will give me 0 here, and this row multiplied by this column, it will again give 0. So for second row, when this is multiplied by this cofactor, it will give 0 here. When this row multiplied by this row will give me again determinant A, and this row R2 when multiplied by this will give 0. And when this R3 is multiplied by this will give 0. This row multiplied by this column will again give 0, and this row multiplied by this column will give determinant A. So this I can write determinant A can taken outside. So I will be left with here, and in third row, so this is the value of determinant unit matrix. So I can say this product of this is equal to this. Similarly, if I multiply adjoint A by A, again result will be the same. So that means A into adjoint A will equal to adjoint A into A is equal to value of the determinant into I. So this, in this way we can prove this theorem. This theorem is very important. In exercise its result will be used. So far as inverse of matrix is concerned, So I can, it is minus A, and this is equal to determinant A into adjoint A. So this is the formula which is used for finding the inverse of matrix A. So let's after adjoint and inverse, so there are results. If I have a matrix A and matrix B, they are of the same order. So then, if they are of the same order, then the product is equal to I. Product of matrix A and B equal to BA and equal to I identity matrix. So I can say the inverse of this is B and B is inverse of A. So this is the inverse, B inverse, A inverse, and this is called this. So if I have again two matrices of same order, their product, determinant of their product will equal to determinant of A, determinant of B. So next is singular matrix and non-singular matrix. So if I have matrix A, it is a square matrix, and if its determinant equals to 0, the value of determinant of this matrix is, if it is equal to 0, we say it is a singular matrix. So if I take A as 1, 2, 2, 4. So it is a 2 by 2 matrix. 2 rows and 2 columns are there. So if I find its determinant, so its determinant will be, if I calculate its value, then diagonal elements are multiplied minus, so 4 here, 4 here, it is 0. So now the determinant of this matrix A, it is equal to 0. So I can say this matrix is a singular matrix. Then non-singular matrix means if I have a matrix, say A, let it be of order 2 by 2. So if I calculate its determinant, so this will be 1 into 4, 4, 3 into 6, it is minus 2. So that means determinant A equal to minus 2, and this is not equal to 0. So this is the case of a non-singular matrix. So importance of these singular and non-singular is lies in solving the questions. So far as inverse matrix is concerned, so far inverse matrix, it is necessary that matrix A should be non-singular. mean if A is a matrix which is non-singular, then its inverse will exist. Its inverse will exist if and only if it is non-singular, and if it is singular, then its inverse will not exist. So after this, let us solve the questions in the exercise 4.5, which are given as, so there are in this exercise we have 16 questions in total. So first question says matrix is find adjoint. Matrix is given, elements are 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we have to find its adjoint. So let this is matrix A. So we have to find its adjoint. That means adjoint A we have to find. For this I will have to find its cofactor matrix. So cofactor matrix of A matrix will equal to for finding the cofactor matrix, this will be equal to, now this matrix A is given as 2 by 2 matrix and I have to find its adjoint. So for finding adjoint, I will have to find the cofactor of matrix A. So the A11, that is the cofactor of this element 1, will equal to, I will delete this row and this column, so 3 is left, that means A11 is 3. Then for this element, its cofactor will be 1 plus 2, this will equal to, I will delete this row and this column, it will be minus 3. Then for A11, this will be delete this row, this column, this will be 4. Then A21, cofactor of this element, this will be minus time, I will delete this row and this column, this will be 2. Then A22 is the cofactor of this element, so I will delete this row and this column, I will be left with 1. So cofactor matrix will equal to A11, A12, A22, A21 and A22. So this will equal to, A11 is 4, A12 it is minus 3, A21 it is minus 2 and A22 it is 1. So I have to find adjoint A. So adjoint will be 4 minus 3 minus 2 1, its transpose. So its transpose will be 4 minus 3 minus 2 and 1. So this is adjoint of A is equal to 4 minus 2 minus 3, and in this way we can find adjoint of A matrix. So I can also find inverse of this matrix is given by this formula adjoint of A. So for this, first I will find determinant A. So determinant A will be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So its value will be 4 minus 6 minus 2. So if I substitute this value here, A inverse will equal to 1 upon minus 2 into adjoint A. Adjoint A is 4 minus 2 minus 3 and 1. So I can write inverse as 1 upon 2, 4 here, 2 here, 3 here, 1 here. So in this way, this is the inverse and this is the adjoint. So next, question number 2 of the same exercise can be solved. Question is, we have to verify this A into adjoint A. This is equal to adjoint A into A, and this should equal to determinant A into I, where I is identity matrix. So value of A, it is given 2, 3, minus 4, minus 6. For this matrix, this result we have to prove. So first we will find adjoint. So for adjoint, I will have to find its cofactor. So A11, that is the first element's cofactor. So this will be equal to, I will delete this row and this column and I will be left with 6. Again A12, this will be minus sign because 1 plus 2 it is 3, so it is odd number, so it will be minus. So A12, its cofactor of this element 3, so I will delete this row and this column, it will be minus times 4, that is plus 4. Then A21, again 2 plus 1 is 3, so again minus will be here, so its cofactor. So delete this row and this column, so 3 will be left. Then A22, cofactor of this element, this row and this column when deleted, so I will have 2 left with. So cofactor matrix will be A11, A12, A21, A22. So this will be equivalent to A11 is minus 6, A12 it is 4, A21 it is minus 3 and A22 it is 2. So adjoint A will equal to, I will have to take its transpose. So its transpose will equal to this. So this is the value of adjoint of A. So I can write adjoint A is equal to minus 6, minus 3, 4 and 2. Now I have to prove this result. This is the theorem. So for this I will multiply matrix A with its adjoint. Now A into adjoint A will equal to value of A matrix is, I can write it is 2, 3, minus 4, minus 6 into adjoint A. This I have just found. So I will multiply these two. 2 into 6 minus 12, then 4 into 4 it is plus 12, then this row multiplied with this column, this will be minus 6, and 3 into 2 it is plus 6. Then for row second, this into multiply this, it will 24 plus, and this into multiply this, it will be minus 24. Then this minus 4 multiplied by 3, it will give plus 12, and 6 multiplied by this, it will give minus 12. So this will equal to 0 here, 0 here, 0 here, 0 here. That means it is 0 matrix, and this will equal to A. Determinant A. The value of determinant A can I find? Its value A determinant 2, 3, 4, 6. So this will be minus 12, and this is plus 12. It is 0. So that is the value of determinant A is equal to 0. In the same way, I can prove by taking this adjoint A into A. So adjoint A, its value I have written minus 6, minus 3, 4, 2 into A. Value of A 2, 3, 4, 6. So if I multiply these two again, 6 into 2 minus 12, 3 into 4 is plus 12, 6 into 3 it is 18, minus 3 into 6 it is plus 18, 4 into 2 it is plus 8, this into this minus 8, then this 4 into 3 it will be plus 12, then 2 into minus 6 it is minus 12. So this will be 0 here, 0 here, again 0, again 0, it is 0. That means this is the value of determinant A. So from this I can say A into adjoint A, this is equal to adjoint A into A, this is equal to I, A, and this is identity matrix. I can write this as A into 1, 0, 0, 1. This is the identity matrix here. So in this way, this result is to be proved. So 2 questions for your try down. Matrix A is given as 2, minus 2, 4, 3. This is one matrix. Another is A equal to minus 1, 5 here, minus 3, 2 here. So you have to find adjoint A and inverse A. So this you will try yourself. So tomorrow I will take adjoint and inverse of 3 by 3 matrix. So this is the part tomorrow. Okay, till then.